Conan Serpent War Issue 1 sees one of Robert E. Howard's most obscure creations, James Allison, relive his past lives and learn of the threat of Set, Serpent God. Knowing time is of the essence, James, along with a disembodied ghostly voice, assemble a group of beings who can combat the coming Serpent War. James's mission sees him recruit a reluctant Mark Spector, who is trying to get his life back together after being Moon Knight, but Khonshu ultimately forces the man back into his service as the masked hero. James soon sees another loyal soldier in that of the Puritan demon hunter Solomon Kane, who is hot on the Serpent God's trail as he investigates a series of murders in Northumberland in the 14th century. James isn't so sure that he can bring them all together, but the ghostly voice tells him to continue finding warriors, finding the fiery fighter in that of Dark Agnes, who fights her way through a slew of assassins after her in the 14th century French countryside. Agnes and her partner in crime, Atine, are injured but win the day against the assassins, making their way into a village by nightfall, which they soon find has become possessed by Set. The people take them captive, planning on turning them not into slaves, but into sacrifices to the god. Way back in the Hyborian Age, Conan soon awakens, gaining the attention of the ghostly voice, who is told by James that he knows who the barbarian is, telling the voice that he is Conan the adventurer, and he will be valuable to them since he has had fights with Set before and he has been marked by the followers of the god thanks to these past adventures. As Conan confronts a giant snake in a cave, the voice wants him connected to the other warriors. Moon Knight, meanwhile, is taken to James Allison's old home, where going through the disheveled mansion, he soon finds a group of Set followers trying to dig up James's body. Solomon Kane also finds some of Set's men in his own time, and as they fight, Conan and Agnes fight a giant snake in their respective timelines. As the heroes fight the serpentine threats, James sees them all and knows exactly who he is, and that he is forever, as he is overcome with a power which blasts out of his house. Solomon Kane, meanwhile, is transported to the present, where he is confronted by Moon Knight in James's home, while Dark Agnes is also transported to the present, to Conan's cave, binding the warriors all by blood. Conan Serpent War Issue 1 was a pretty good first issue in this fantasy adventure series, combining Marvel Comics' heroes like Moon Knight with Robert E. Lee's Conan creations. The issue was mainly a big setup to the big event, which will obviously kick off next issue, with a real obscure character, James Allison, recruiting everyone for the title as Serpent War and kind of being the grounding wire for them all and the one that connects them all together. It was fun spending time with these characters and getting reintroduced to people like Solomon Kane and Dark Agnes, characters who we haven't seen for a little bit, so it's cool to see them back in comics and back in the pop culture sphere. I'm looking forward to issue 2 since that's when the core story will get going and how the assembled heroes will work together. I'm going to give this issue an 8 out of 10.